What's good, you Buffs fans? Welcome on back to the Red Zones Go. It's Chris checking in on you guys, hoping you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, especially last week. Y'all crushed it. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on that video. Wanted to go ahead and say, hey, while you're here, hit that like, comment down below what you guys are thinking so far about this team, and then most importantly, subscribe to stay up to date with the herd. Now, got a lot to cover in week 2, so don't want to waste any of your guys' time, but appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you so much. Let's go, baby. Now, week 2. Oh my goodness. Where do you start? I mean, there was so much positive to take away from. I think we had 3 to 4 key contributing groups really step up. First and foremost, I would say, obviously, offensive line, and you'll see a lot of other sources kind of replicate the same energy around this is, finally starting to hit their stride. I think Phil Holt has come on in and really been a positive for a lot of these individuals. I did notice yesterday in somebody's, I believe it was Well Off Media's secondary view clip, that Khalil Benson had a sling on in the little position huddles that they were doing towards the end of the scrimmage. And I hope he's okay, first and foremost, and then second, hope that it's not something super serious that's going to have him out for the remainder of practices or the remainder of fall camp into the season. Hopefully he's back soon. We need that energy on the line for both sides. I think he pumps up the defense. But I definitely think that overall, offensive line really was playing to their suits. They were creating some holes and really getting to gel with each other a little bit more than they have. And I love to see the strides we're taking in terms of growth and accomplishments together in that room. I'm excited for all the young guns to go ahead and continue to get out there. Obviously looking at this group, there is a lot of potential. There is also a lot of eyes on these guys because, hey, even Shedeur said this. If you wanted to show that you were a good offensive lineman, where else are you going to do that? After the hype, after the eyeballs, the attention that came to see you last year, the number one talked about thing all year after the season was, man, this line, we had one of the worst lines. Well, if you were in the transfer portal and wanted to get seen, why not come to see you? You had every opportunity to prove that, hey, I'm doing great. I'm good here. You go to Ohio State, you go to Michigan. I mean, yes, it's the standard. It's the standard that you are good. But does that take away from the fact that you will have more eyes on you at that position? I mean, hey, I understand that that's the expectation across the board is to do your job, but, why not show off that you are good at what you do? And CU was the perfect place to do that for a lot of these individuals, and I think it's only going to go up from here. Now, do I expect the same sort of hype to continue after these guys do their job? Not really, but I will go ahead and say the eyes will continue to be there as far as I see it right now. But the offensive line overall really took a step forward as a collective group, seeing a lot of these one-on-ones. These guys are definitely making each other better, iron sharpening iron, but we got an addition that I think is very important. Cardell Thomas, a transfer from FAMU, obviously a Devin Wrist-Press connection, but here's why this is so key. He played on the 2019 LSU championship team. Now, what an absolute positive to have in that locker room in general. Somebody who understands what it takes to win, somebody who understands what it's about to be in a winning program, and has the tested, tried and true understanding of, what it takes to be there at this level. Now, obviously, I think he's a fantastic addition to this team. I think he's going to really, really propel the offensive line energy. I hope he brings it and matches it like Khalil Benson does, where he's pushing and shoving a little bit, because I think we need just one more guy on the offensive line to do so. But wanted to just go ahead and briefly cover the offensive line first, then wanted to jump on into another room that I think is doing fantastic right now, and I think that's the running backs room. Now, without further ado, this name should not surprise anybody, Micah Welsh. Now, I can't remember the data when he came on into this program, but he is 5'9", he is 205 pounds as of right now. And, man, I am excited to watch this young man play. I think he has done some amazing things in both spring ball and fall ball so far. I think that, if I was a betting man, I would say Micah's going to get in that starting rotation some way, somehow. I do not, without a doubt, have a sense of feeling that this kid is going to be getting serious touches this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if come North Dakota State, he is either first or second to get the ball. I think that he is going to be one of these players that can stay on his feet. He's got a low center of gravity. He has just momentum, and he brings a lot of energy that is unspoken. I mean, he seems like a very quiet guy, but he seems like he is very much about the work, and that's his goal. He's out there to do what he has to do and get it done. But I really, really think that he will be taking one of those first snaps come North Dakota State on August 29th. So wanted to just say, Micah, hey, you're killing it, man. Keep it up. I think that that position one is really, really up for grabs. Now, some other key running back room individuals. I mean, Isaiah Augustave. What an absolute unit this guy is. Watching Well Off Media and Risha People Media, he is somebody that I think can really improve the Dylan Edwards style of gameplay that we have, where he looks like he's just a natural catcher. He is able to get out on those routes quick, and even in the run game, when he's establishing the run game, he is able to find holes, be quick, agile, and I think he's going to be a fantastic addition. Now, just a quick thought from my end. Obviously, I love Charlie, and I really do hope that he is in the rotation, and I think he'll get some carries. But my thought on this is that we are letting these boys learn the playbook, and Isaiah and Dallin, we are letting these two learn the playbook before we go ahead and kind of go full speed in with them. But I think come August 29th, you are going to see Dallin Hayden and Isaiah Augustave as the running back for 1 and 2, and then I believe you'll probably have Micah in there. And then, obviously you've got Hood, but I will go ahead and kind of just say, I think Dallin and Isaiah and Micah are going to be your 3 rotational running backs come week 1. I think that we're just trying to keep Isaiah and Dallin a little bit fresher while we go ahead and get these two acclimated to the game plan, understanding what we are going to be expecting from them. And then week 1, we're going to let them rep. We're going to let those boys get at it. And I think that's a wise decision from our end. Not show too much film on them, not go too hard on these guys to where, hey, they might be banged up and injured. But just kind of let them get enough reps to keep their feet loose and, let them go at it. Because I think that is the right call, not letting them get too much, North Dakota State get too much film on these guys, so that way when they come on out, they're just going to be too blown back by the fact that these guys adapted and fit the system so well that we have in place for them. So that's my take on the running back room. I think there's a lot of key players in that room that are going to step up. I think, there might need to be some rotational changes around things, but I think Charlie's done fantastic as well, not to take anything away from him. Just wanted to go ahead and say I think Micah is going to be a player that comes out right away and makes an impact. Same with Isaiah and Dallin. So, not hating, once again, love Charlie, love every single one of the running backs, love everybody on this team, just to be clear, but Gotta give you guys some key points of what I'm kind of thinking so far. Now, I think we've got quite a directional shift here, but wanted to go ahead and kind of highlight the final stages of what I think we need to prep on most. I know it's only week 2, but my biggest concern is, getting going fast. Now, I understand from the scrimmage, from a defensive standpoint, it seems like we were slow at getting going, and that kind of hurt us last year as well. So not to take anything away from that, but I know that's where we need to kind of focus on being consistent in. And most importantly, I think the aspect of where we take that, how do we be positive with that, is find ways to feed off the energy. And I think the defense was doing a good job inside at that last week, but I don't feel the same from the linebackers, from the quarterbacks, but I definitely think we are going to be continuing to settle into this scheming system, and we're gonna have some positive growth in those areas that right now the defense is not fully settled. We're still getting to kind of learn who's who. It's only week 2, so I'm excited. I think that there are a limited amount of what we can see, so it's not all gonna be good. It's not all sunshines and rainbows. So appreciate you guys tuning in to this week. I am so excited for week 1, North Dakota State. We are almost 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead and remember to subscribe, comment down below, and most importantly, hit that like button. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.